Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today I'm bringing you my most worn bags of 2023. I know it's a bit late, but I actually wanted to do this in a way that wasn't anecdotal, that was factual. And so I have gone through every single Instagram outfit of the day post that I put up last year, and I have put them all into a spreadsheet. I know. And it turns out that I have a record of the bags that I wore for 259 days or events of the year. So obviously there are some days where I might have worn 2 bags, or potentially 3 if I double bagged during the day and then wore a different bag in the evening. So I've gone through, I've plugged them all in, I've put the dates in, I can tell you seasons and what have you. This video is going to contain the 10 bags I wore most in 2023. And the minimum amount of time that I have worn each of these bags equates to 7 days or a week. So there were many that I had worn sporadically. I don't think there is anything in my collection, or is there? Maybe I missed a post or something on Instagram, because my Louis Vuitton Neverful MM didn't come up as a bag I'd worn, but I think everything else that I have I had worn. So this first one I'm going to share with you surprised me. I wore it 7 times, and there are a bunch that came into this category, and it is my Fendi Peekaboo ICU Petite in the acid green. I can't believe that this is one of my 10 most worn bags last year. I think because when I go to wear this bag, I actually feel like I'm encouraging myself to wear it because I feel like I haven't worn it. But I wore it 7 times, and when you've got a collection of over 63 bags, like, that's a fair bit, right? So just give you a little rundown. I've done a few videos recently about my Fendi Peekaboos in the medium size, and a video around the Peekaboos versus the Baguette, so I won't go into too much detail, but this petite size is a really cute size to wear when you're out shopping, having a little lunch, going out for dinner. I've worn this one in the evenings, all buttoned up. Let me do that up. All buttoned up, so it looks quite formal, but because it's acid green, it's really intriguing and interesting. I find that this bag goes really well with a lot of colours in my wardrobe, and it's so unexpected and fun and playful. It just, yeah, it speaks to me. So I'm glad that this one makes my top 10 most worn bags. This next one does not surprise me because it was one of a capsule collection of bags that I took on holiday last year, and it is the rescued Valentino Camera Bag in this beautiful powder pink colour with the rock studs and this gorgeous hardware with the front flap. I do not know what it's called. It just says rock stud crossbody bag. It has a pocket on the back, and then it also has this non-detachable but adjustable shoulder strap that is great for crossbody. The capacity of this bag for holidays, when you're carrying around a lot more things, maybe some extra charging devices, maybe a little bottle of water, some extra sunscreen, is fantastic. And that's why I rescued it from my vlog sale that Connor was hosting for me, because I realised that even though this bag is not one that I would tend to pick up day to day here in my normal life, it's really important to have a bag for holiday that you love, that's a neutral for you, that has a great capacity and is comfortable to wear crossbody. Still on the holiday theme, it's my Prada Raffia Tote. So again, the holiday capsule bag collection meant that I got to wear bags multiple times. This one is actually super soft. It looks really narrow, but because of the nature of the fabric, it's really, really expandable. You can fit a couple of big beach towels in here. I would typically take a little pouch with some sunscreen, lip gloss, my AirPods, a phone adapter kind of charger thing. It looked great with my whole holiday wardrobe. I picked this one up pre-loved for $1,300 when the full price is $3,000. I would highly recommend, if you want a little poolside, beachside, cruise side, holiday flex. You can even pick up the groceries in this one. But yeah, see if you can pick it up pre-loved, because spending $3,000 on this, not so sure, but spending $1,300, absolutely. And now my neighbour has started mowing the lawn. Fantastic. The next one one really shocked me, and I am glad it's in my most worn bags of 2023. It's my made to order. This is the Fendi Baguette trunk, and it's a part of the men's range, and in the made to order offerings, Fendi offer this one, and anyone can make it obviously because it's a made to order, so you can kind of customize it for your benefit. This is the small or mini size, and it's very, very small. Mine has these beautiful jade beads with the crocodile trim in orchid, with the Swarovski crystal baguette cut crystals on the buckle, and that was an extra addition. Then I have ruthenium hardware because I wanted my hardware to kind of be invisible. Inside, the capacity is very, very small. I've got a phone with a burger case on it that will fit, and probably not much else, and that's a pro size phone. So I typically wear this bag, as I mentioned in my recent clutch video, with a two-piece kind of set, or a pants and a top, or a pants and a blazer, so that I can put some things in my pockets. But I just really enjoy wearing this bag. I didn't expect it to be as wearable as it has been. Yeah, and it makes me feel great that the bag that I designed has found its way into my wardrobe, and it's had so much wear this year. This next piece was worn just one more time than the other pieces, and it is my Louis Vuitton side trunk. Now, let me just adjust this for you. It was in a recent Q&A actually that I think Hi Liv, asked, you know, what I think about it because she hadn't seen it for a while. Well, I actually wore this consistently through the year. So every month or every couple of months, this bag showed up when I went through my Instagram photos. I picked it up in December of 2022. And I think like it's been quite a bit of a bag buying journey this last kind of 12 months, but I think it doesn't take away from the beauty of this bag or how it fits into my collection. At the moment I've got it stuffed, so it's got this little S-lock here. I typically don't wear it done up because I like it to be more slouchy with the strap inside. And so if I open it up like that, it sags a little bit more, and that's what I really like. I like wearing this one top handle. I like wearing it with a reach through and a clutch kind of moment, and I also love wearing it crossbody. It's such an easy bag to wear. It goes with so many things, and yeah, it makes me happy to wear it, and it made me happy that it made my top 10 because, you know, you buy things, especially when they seem to be everyday things, and you worry about if you're actually wearing them enough. Well, I do, because I do like to integrate them into my wardrobe, and they're not there just to look at. So yeah, it was nice to see this one make my top 10 with 8 wears. This one I am in debate about because I know I wore it more than the 8 times I have registered on my spreadsheet, but I just didn't capture pictures of it. And that is the Louis Vuitton Neverful in the GM size. I know I wore it a hell of a lot more because it travelled with me for a month, and so every single travel day I would have worn this bag, which would have been at least 10. Plus every time I've travelled locally I have carried this bag. I bought this pre-loved and I wanted it older because, see, it's got this cursive writing in it, because I wanted it already worn in and pre-patinaed. Connor took this one to Paris with him last year, so she's been all over the world, this bag. And I have a Zoomoni bag organizer in it, which has also a zippable cover. So that really changed the game up for my recent trip because I didn't have to worry about things tumbling out, going through airport security, putting it in overhead lockers on planes and those sorts of things. So I'd highly recommend taking a look at those, and I do have a discount code for those in the description box below. But yeah, no regrets on picking this piece up. She has been an absolute stalwart in my collection. Now, with 9 wears during 2023, my Fendi Sunshine shopper. I think this one is the medium size, I think it is, and you can see it's in straw with the contrasting straw Fendi Roma on it. I really love the crispness of this natural fibre with the black against it. And obviously these Perspex tortoiseshell handles are a vibe. The hardware on this bag is just beautiful, and I really enjoyed wearing this to both work and Did I wear it anywhere else? I think I wore it to work, I wore it traveling. I think wearing it traveling is taking it another level for me, because it's structured nature means that sliding it underneath plane seats can mean that you kind of like squash it down, which is not ideal. So you've got to put it in an overhead, which means like sliding it in. I guess, you know, I'm getting more comfortable with doing that. And when I'm at my destination, I do love the fact that I have this bag with me. It does come with a shoulder strap, but I actually sold that to one of you guys who approached me for that bag. And now I just wear it with one of my Fendi webbed straps, which looks great as well. So, but typically it's a handheld piece, and I was surprised again to see that I had worn it 9 times this year. Okay, next on the list is the bag that I've worn 10 times this year. It's the Fendi Mint Baguette, and this one featured quite heavily in the first half of the year and right through to the winter months. Hasn't come out so much in the back half of 2023, but that's because I had all this new bag candy to play with, so I think that had something to do with it. But definitely remains one of my favourite bags in my collection because it matches my eyes. So this one is the Napa leather with the debossed FF logo. I picked this one up from Satire. It was my second purchase from Satire. Over $1,000 cheaper than recommended retail price here in Australia. As with all baguettes, it comes with a longer shoulder strap that you can wear crossbody, but it sits a little high. I've got organisers in mine for storage to keep them nice and, you know, shapely, and then inside it just has a fabric inner, so it's really light and super easy to wear. It's a neutral in my bag collection. It goes with everything, which makes it, you know, an easy bag to just grab and go. So yeah, I think it was encouraging to see that I'd worn this one 10 times, and no doubt I will continue to do so. Now again, the holiday has revealed yet another piece that was in that capsule collection, and it's this one. It's the Prada Crossbody or shoulder bag in this beautiful taupe colour. This bag I purchased specifically for the holiday. I think I picked it up in February when I was in Sydney going to Meredith's wedding with Connor, and it was just a neutral that I thought would work really well in my wardrobe, and it did. I wore it a fair few times before I actually went on holiday, looking at the dates on my spreadsheet, and then on holiday I chose to wear it most of the travel days as the crossbody because it's like a TARDIS, and I know that, like, I've still got some foreign currency in here, but I know that Claire from Claire Louise Luxe, Claire Louise Luxe, she also bought this bag seeing it on my channel, and she loves it as an everyday bag as well. This wide strap, even though it looks kind of loud, it doesn't when you're wearing it over an outfit, and it's so comfortable when you're packing this bag full. You want something nice and wide so it doesn't dig in. The final holiday bag that features in this video I've worn over 13 times according to Instagram, and I only got it in like August or something. And it's my Fendi vintage raffia baguette with the marble buckle. Isn't it gorgeous? There's some debate about whether or not this bag is from the late 90s or the early 2000s, but regardless, I love it, and she's here to stay. Oh, there's those sunglasses. I wondered where these were. Yeah, this bag just so easy to wear with most of my wardrobe. To be honest, it's really kicked my mint baguette's backside in terms of if I'm heading to the shops, if I just want something to grab and go, I tend to pick this. I keep doing it, and it's the days that I don't take pictures for Instagram that I'll just have grabbed this bag for some reason because it just goes with everything. And so, yeah, it was no surprise to me that this one featured in my top 10 most used bags. And then finally, girl got herself a real job this year. I started working back in corporate after working in consulting for the previous 8 years. And I picked up this bag before I made that call. It is the Louis Vuitton Carryall MM. I love the versatility of this bag. Like the fact that you can wear it, I'll just put the mod shots in over here, on your shoulder. You can extend it by over 7 times on each side of the bag means that it works for a crossbody look. You can wear it traveling, you can wear it to work. It looks so sleek. You can wear it just out and about for a day's shopping because it just has that really chic vibe to it. And yes, it has this giant monogram pattern through it, but you don't really notice that, I have to say. It's just a nice little touch. This bag, yes, it is expensive, and I just saw people on a Facebook bag chat group talking about whether or not this was a great investment, and overwhelmingly everybody said yes. The price is the biggest detractor for it. I, again, recommend getting a Zoomoni organizer for these big bags because they just help you keep your life in order. I got mine in the matching blue for the interior, and it really does make a difference in being able to find things because otherwise it's a big black hole. The beauty of this bag for the price is that it also comes with a gorgeous little pochette with the smaller monogram in it, and this one you can kind of carry as a hand carry as a little clutch, and it attaches inside of the bag, so you've always got a little option if you take it to work and you want to head out for lunch and you don't want to take everything with you. You can just pop out with that. It fits your phone, a lippy, your access pass, those sorts of things. So yeah, a really awesome bag. It's well and truly paid for itself. And let me tell you, I wore it 61 times. 61 times. That's pretty impressive. One other point that I really want to raise here is when you look to YouTubers who have big collections of bags for reviews, I speak for myself. I won't speak for anyone else. We're not in the best position to tell you how the wear and tear of something's working unless we use it consistently over and over and over again. And most of us are rotating our bags very, very regularly, or they've got super light use because we stick with one and we just kind of pick bits and pieces here and there. So when you're looking at bag reviews, take into account how many times the person has worn the bag. I don't need to tell you this, but I feel like it's kind of a disclaimer and something that probably isn't considered when people watch bag reviews in terms of wear and tear and those sorts of things. So I will be coming up to doing my 1-year review on the Carryall, my most worn bag. I think I can, given I've worn it over 60 odd times last year and even more so far this year in 2024. I was shocked. This bag blew every other bag out of the park. So, in summary, what are my most used bags saying about what I tend to use? Obviously, as my lifestyle's changed and I'm looking for bags that I can carry bulk things in, whether it's work or travel related to work or travel related to pleasure, I'm choosing big bags. So 3 big totes were featured and my smaller raffia tote from Prada, which obviously went on holiday with me. The holiday capsule collection really worked. I rotated through all of the bags that I took and they all added a lot of value in my capsule wardrobe, I suppose, for the holiday, which was great. They were really useful. I chose well and I have no regrets on anything that I took on my holiday in that regard. The other pieces are all fun, interesting neutrals in my collection. So greens and pinks and raffias, like it doesn't surprise me that they all featured really well. I did like the fact, as I said, that that acid green peekaboo showed up quite a bit, but also that my MTO featured quite heavily as well. Now, there were many bags that just missed out on this list, and I'll quickly run through them if you're interested. So those that came up with just under a week's wear over the course of the year was my Fendi Lilac Peekaboo, this one, my pink sequin Fendi, my Fendi Zucca Mini, which Connor still has, my Fendi Mohair Baguette also had 5 wears, my Chanel 19S by the Sea bag had 5 wears too, and finally the Birkin had 5 wears. So I think if you look across my collection at over 63 bags, the fact that so many bags had so many wears is actually pretty good in my books. Tell me, are you surprised by any of them? What would happen if I took my practical bags out of the equation? What might my, most used bags look like then? Would I have guessed my most used bags had I have not done the spreadsheet? I don't think so. Would you have done? Let me know in the comments section. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back for more. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays and sometimes some extras. So if you have enjoyed this one and you want to come back, I will see you in the next one. Ciao till then.